G'day guys, Sam from the Cybermen here. Today I'm filming my intro from out in the sticks, which in Aussie slang means out in the country. This is a friend of mine's farm. Thought we'd get away from all the COVID craziness and do some relaxing out here. So today we have Shenron versus Kidku. Kidku's playing with some of the new support from Set 10 and it's really interesting to see. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.
Alright, so here we go. This is me with Pilaf on the right hand side there versus Shenron. We had this player on the other day playing against Kidku. This is a hard matchup for Pilaf. I feel like Shenron has a lot of answers to wide boards, just because he's got Nimbus in his deck, he's got the blockers that kill everything. The only positive here is that Pilaf, the majority of cards that he's playing are not, the majority of cards that I'm playing don't have kind of double strike and things like that where the negate skills matters, because most of them are just when you play this card autos, which obviously don't get affected by the 9-drop. So he's going straight into the 1-star ball. It's just crazy how early this can set up this play. So there's the turn 1 play Legic, tapping 1 to play a double striker and swinging leader, 15k double. It's hard to like not take a 15k double on turn 1. If you don't, then you're really dropping, like, you're down to 2 cards in hand potentially, which is pretty crazy. So attacking with a 15k, taking it, attacking with leader. So getting Shenron down to 5 life already. Passing turn. So this is where, that's turn 1. If you really wanted to and you had the Bardock in your hand, you could have 3 battle cards and Awaken on turn 1, but you don't get the full value because you don't get to play the untap 2 energy, sorry. You're only untapping 1, turn 1 obviously, so it's not ideal. It's really good against things where aggro matchups where you want to have the 15k to defend. Shenron player getting the 4-drop out, and then he'll probably go into 9. Saving the Legic. I feel like he should have attacked with 30k, but maybe he didn't have it in hand yet or something. So that's already 1 blocker on board that negates all the skills of my cards coming in, which is annoying as hell. I have to say, Shenron is definitely not a fun deck to play against. I feel like in every format there's been decks that are just really annoying like this. Control, I've never enjoyed playing against Control, especially very passive Control. This isn't as bad as things like Piccolo in the last meta, no way, like that was so boring. My most hated deck, or most boring deck to play against in this meta is Invoker. It's just because they really don't do anything. And when I tend to play aggro lately with this Pilaf or with my Boo, I've updated my Boo as well. So Invoker really doesn't have a good time against aggro. I just feel like it's dumb. But there are people that swear by it. You run a lot of negates and things, but I have played against Invoker 2 times last night at our locals. 2 out of 4 rounds were against Invoker, and I was playing Black Boo, and each time they had 1 energy, and they had already had to surge at 1 energy. Just shows, like, it really stuffs them up. They can't draw, you know. Sure, you have a lot of negates, but if you've got 1 energy that's tapped, what are you going to do? So he's negating the skills of that card. I've obviously just done that so that I can awaken, untap 2. That shoe lets you play a 2-drop Pilaf or Mai, but its skills are negated, and there's no point in playing them until turn 3 anyway, because they don't get their skills until turn 3. So plussing, taking a life, adding minusing 10k plus minusing 5k plus 10k to leader, sorry, so that's a 20k leader now. This unison, I put 1 in. I've run the Vegeta as well. It's not as good. I took the Gotenks out after this tournament. It just doesn't work as well as the Vegeta does. So attacking with a 15k, attacking with the Legic, and it's being blocked, so I believe he restands, which is annoying as hell. Yeah, Legic's gone. So I knew he could block another one, so I just used the skill to give my unison triple attack. Swinging 15k. Gonna block or not? At that point, yeah, I could attack with the critical, but he'll probably block it and kill it, and I wouldn't be able to use the skill. So that was trading 1 15k critical attack for 3 15k attacks. I think it's worth it. There's another block. And attack again. So the main issue I have is I didn't run that much removal in here. So getting rid of the 9-drop is very tough. Especially since you know they're just going to play it again to the next turn. The only removal I have really is I think it's called Ostrich Form Pilaf Machine, which is a 2-cost and minus 25k. That paired with the Vegeta Unison can get rid of it, but that's just such a big... like, if you have both of those cards, you have the Vegeta on board, and you know, it just becomes dumb. Something... this is me misplaying. Because first of all, it wouldn't hit the ball anyway, and second, that ball can't be affected by skills. So I was thinking against Shenron in my next game, if I play Pilaf like in Champs or something, what you can do is use your Unison to if you get to go first, you can get your Unison out on turn 2 as you saw, and also some battle cards, and then attack into their 1-star ball, because your Vegeta Unison allows you to choose a battle card to allow it to attack active mode. So you could attack into their 1-star ball and kill it. Pretty damn hard for them to defend, because that 1-star ball is one power, and if you attack with something that's 15 or 20k, maybe drop a combo, if they want to defend that, it's pretty tough. And the 1-star ball doesn't have any skills when it's removed to bring it back like the other cards do. But yeah, this is it's a problematic matchup for Pilaf. As you can see, that player the Shenron player has a Cell Leader in his hand. He showed me before the match he has Cell Zeno in his deck box. He just didn't want to put it in his deck because he wants to keep it mint, so I was fine with him using that as a proxy. The other reason I prefer Vegeta over Gotenks is when Vegeta attacks 3 times, he pluses a marker each time. So it makes it much harder to remove. You're playing him for 2 and then plussing 3 markers. he's got 5 markers unless you use his -1 debuff. Even then he's got 4, so it's 4 attacks that they need to do, or some double strikes. Again, I've said it in a couple of other videos, but just so people know, Bandai put out a Unison ruling sheet, a new ruling sheet that explains how Unisons work, and it says that Unisons only lose skills, power, things like that, that changes that were made to them after they lose a marker now, so not when they gain a marker, which is obviously how it was intended, especially that Vegeta is a prime example. It is made to play with this lead M attack a bunch of times, so it would be dumb if you couldn't use it with this leader's skill to give it triple attack. The auto isn't once per turn, so you're minusing 5 each time and plussing a marker each time. Clearly meant to be played with a leader that gives it triple attack. So here's attacking and my opponent's blocking. Tapping 2 to play Shu. So this guy lets me look through my deck when I've got 3 on my energy and play one of each of his partners. So at this point in time I don't have the Pilaf promos because they're pretty unavailable at the moment. We haven't seen tournament packs around, but they are the best target for this, rather than that 2-drop that you just saw me put down. Only problem is they're not good against Shenron because he negates the skill. That guy negs something 10k when he's removed, and you can use your own leader skill to remove him to proc that as well, so it's decent removal if you combine it with, say, the 4-drop Pilaf machine. So attacking, there's the block. Shu's KO'd. Attacking again with a 15. At this point it's like 2 blockers on board, you're just going to have to take the hits. There's the super combo to tap the other one down, really destroying any way of killing him. I believe I just die this turn, I think. Maybe the next one. But after this match, this was the final match, we were both undefeated. After this match I really thought about how I can beat this deck, because I hadn't had any issue with other meta decks like Invoker, like Hand Destruction. The main issue, this is the only deck that gave me a problem, so I really sat down and thought about how I can beat it. And I think I've put some tech choices in that help. Siding things like Remote Serious Bomb is very important. So I defended the leader swing on my battle card just because I didn't want him to try and attack me and get me down to 4. So forcing him to attack the other battle cards with his, rather than attacking my leader. Tapping 4 for the Unison. So he can +1, but he can't choose any battle cards because I don't have any. And now passing turn. Charging an energy. I was saying how that 3-drop, the 6-drop is pretty useless because his auto doesn't work, and even if I had triple attack, he would just block it and kill it anyway. Swing leader. Now he taps one of my energy down. Tapping 2 to play another Shu. So this is where him clearing my board each turn isn't the biggest of deals, because I can, as long as I still have them in the deck, I can just keep bringing them out really cheaply. but they're only 15k, so it's not like I'm putting a lot of pressure on, especially when two of them are pretty much going to die to the blockers, at least two if he doesn't restand. He's talking about how he's not negating skills for those because since they don't do anything on board, if you negated the skills it would negate unique, which means I could play more cards again. Played them, like more copies of them, sorry. So playing Tower for free, his skill is negated so he's not crit. Blocking. I think I had a Bulma and a Yamcha in hand. I'm like, I'm just going to combo this off in case he does block another one, but also it forces him to think about, he knows the deck, so he knows I've got Bulma. So it means that he's probably not going to block, which is a plan to help me get my attacks to go through. Because if he obviously revenges, then I can bring Bulma out and bring in another card from the drop area. Going 15. At this point, clutching at straws. Still have a lot of life, which happens with the Pilaf deck, but he can now, I mean, I didn't know at the time, but knowing he has the Cell Zeno in hand, he can really just destroy me without much of an issue. He chose Mai, so Mai can't be priesthood. He's Basil, so you can activate main. He gets plus 15k, so he's a 19k. Dual attack, attacking into one of the Pilaf machines, I believe. No, attacking the leader. Playing Haze Shenron. This is where he gets his 12 now. So one Haze Shenron and one Sin Shenron 9-drop makes 12 obviously. Very easy way to get 12-foot successor. I was talking about Cell Zeno today. I feel like it's the best SCR that we have, and there's an issue. I just think it was successor was way too open. Like Cell Zeno should have said something like, if you have successor Android or something like that, where you have to have Android cards, otherwise it's going to be a problem future sets for anything green and yellow, where it might just make it a lot easier to get it out. They're going to have to think about it with all design, like of free play cards, things like that. The easier you make Cell Zeno to get out, the worse it gets. I don't think it's a broken SCR by any means, but I just think it was a dumb way to make one, because it does limit future design. I just don't like that. I think it's stupid. So attack, he tapped down an energy because he blocked with Mecha Kubura. I don't know how to say that name. I've never got it. I've never heard of this character, by the way. It's like some old dude from Heroes or something like that. Xenoverse, I don't know. So searching top 5 for a Earthling and picking whatever his name is, Shu. I think this Sin Shenron player, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing necessarily. Has a kind of is used to playing really conservatively. I feel like he could have killed me last turn very easily. He could have attacked with more cards. That Haze Shenron should be in active mode now, by the way, if he wanted it to be. But all he had to do was get me to fall and play Cell Zeno. Like, he had enough, he's got it in hand, he had enough energy to drop my hand, which was only like one card. And it would have been GG easily. I'm not sure if he was just worried that I had something that could stop him, but I was tapped out, I believe, so not much I could do. As I said in another video, I don't play any extra cards in this deck, so I don't have any sparking negates or anything like that. Not that that would really help against Selzeno, because after image is a bit shit. And also he would have dropped my hand anyway. I can't for the life of me, honestly, I can't for the life of me figure out why he wouldn't have tried to kill me last time. So all I was able to do with 4 energy was play 2 15Ks because he tapped my energy down. Attack, KO. Play the Bulma. So this is where I'm like, what do I even play? Because play the Yamcha, it's just a 20k vanilla. So got the Yamcha out. Attacking leader again. And he's another block. And then he's gonna combo to restand. Classic. Got 1 life left. I'm like, I can't do 2 damage, so I'm just going to leave it. No, he's got 2 life left, sorry. Can't do 2 damage, so I might as well keep the combo power. Also, it means if I somehow survive, Yamcha becomes more of a threat. Charging now is just like crazy. Leader, just block. So yeah, I was thinking he had Selzeno in hand at this point. I was probably baited for blockling there, but at the same time, all he has to do is 1 damage, and then he can like rip my hand out. So I might as well just block that. It's not going to make a difference. He can attack twice with Selzeno anyway. 19k to leader. Comboing with Yamcha. 19k to the leader again. And here we go, so that's Selzeno, so he's going to show that he has the real one there. Just doesn't like putting it in his deck. Honestly, could have done that last turn. I feel like that game went for longer than it needed to go. I was just saying how I didn't find Bardock that whole time, which was annoying. But yeah, not much would have helped me, I don't think. Definitely needs tuning to be able to take on a deck with that many blockers and defenses. Anyway, until next time. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to keep up to date on all the Dragon Ball Super content. We want to thank Grand J Games for all their support and remind you to use the code CyberMen5 at grandjgames.com for 5% off all your singles needs. Cheers.